There we go. Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't even think it's second pick. I think it's just that because people will naturally on red side just adjust their drafts. But we'll talk about that later because that's a whole section. Excelgor nerfed, Escavalier nerfed, Baltoy buffed. So I saw it on Twitter somewhere, but it's the same amount of experience points. It's just that they're taking. Like if you get your red or blue buff stolen, you're not completely fucked now, which is just a good change. Like this is a change that is like, it means nothing for the average rank experience, except for like it'll remove frustration sometimes. But like for competitive play, this is a great change. I don't think there's any complaints to have with this change, and it makes invading worse, even though I don't think it was good to begin with. I just think that people weren't countering it well, but it's still good. Yeah, I mean, okay, 1%, 1%, 1%. Like these do nothing. This is interesting because it goes. This is a good amount of HP that you're losing, so going to be a lot less tankier with agility. Level 4 jungler spikes can just do Xatu 2 Baltoys and get 4. Oh, wait, this is an awful change then. Because split mapping was already really good. Like, I think split mapping was probably still the second best strategy in the game for jungling. Because I think now you probably just like, I don't know, you take like any jungler that doesn't need that insanely strong 5 spike. Well, even then you could probably take a jungler with a 5 spike, right? Because you might be able to get 5 off of one of these. I'd have to look at the XP now. But yeah, I mean junglers don't get a buff, but that doesn't matter. Like buffs in this game, red buff is good. Blue buff doesn't do anything early game. Well, blue buff is technically better early game because it's more CDR, but it doesn't actually. Like, I don't think you need buffs as a jungler. Because, like, in League, buffs give you, like, HP regen and, like, clear faster because you're clearing for a long time. But in this game, you're in the jungle for, like, 30 seconds max. Otherwise, you're fighting. And I don't think buffs are super useful pre, like, 7. Yeah. 5 spikers are stronger since they. I think that this is just insanely good for like the like I think this is also unintentionally a nerf to like the XP share bots, because now I think it's better to give your bot laner blue buff and that or I think it's now better to give your bot laner a blue buff and then your jungler still hits level 4 or level 5. If they can still hit 5 off of 2 Baltoys, Xatu, and red buff, then you give your bot laner blue buff and they get ahead of the enemy bot laner. And then you're able to take over the lane that way. Because I think CDR is much more important in bot lane, because that is how you're getting a lot of your secure versus something like, you know, getting the extra auto damage top. You don't really need that auto damage on top side. I think that I think it's still a good change because I hate that people didn't understand how to deal with invades, but I think that it opens up a lot of bot lane shenanigans. Because like 2 worlds ago, people were still doing split map jungling. I didn't see it a ton, but I think it's still around. The Zacian changes don't matter. This is like the biggest nothing change. I don't know why we're nerfing Ho-Oh. This champ was like pretty bad to begin with. Like, these aren't awful nerfs. I think the Tailwind one hurts the most. But even then, like, you weren't really running Tailwind, were you? Oh, well, no, this is the start. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. This is a nice change, but I think it just makes the Mon feel worse to play. Yeah, Sylveon now just has a shotgun. Interesting. Is there anything useful you can do with this? I don't think so. Because I don't think the distance changed. I think the angle changed. And I don't think this actually helps them that much. Like, you have a bigger AoE, which is good if you're a bad player, but I think this doesn't actually change the skill ceiling of them on. Plus, you're losing a lot of damage. Because 7% plus base damage. The slow is nice, though, I imagine, because then you can actually, like, keep them near and they can't run. Okay. Why? I fucking hate Pikachu. This Mon is going to be the fucking death of me. Volt Tackle is such a good move, and it's getting buffed. Yeah, that's the one where he just... Volt Tackle is just the no interaction, right? I'm pretty sure that's the one. I want to make sure I'm not tripping. Special attacker. Abilities. Yeah, this shit sucks. 1.4 seconds is a long time, and you can't even catch him afterwards. Like, Pikachu is going to be insanely good. Yeah, like, I don't know, just this buff I think is enough, and like his ultimate's really good, and like you're getting 2 lightning bolts instead of 1. Like, a very good Mon. I'd be interested to see if he is able to slot into the support role, because I imagine if Psyduck is really good, he will be a good answer to Psyduck, just based off of the kit that he has. And even then, like, just like grabbing a heal bot and stopping them from healing for 2 seconds is still very good. Mimikyu, Trick Room buff, damage reduction. This could be big. This might be worthwhile to mess around with. Cooldown decreased 7 to 6 seconds. Good quality of life buffs, it looks like. This shit looks really interesting, because this looks like he is like 20-second cooldown, a lot less energy, more CDR, like 8%, 5%, plus 5, plus 3. A lot of 50 base damage on everything. Like, yeah, I think Gengar is like this. This looks like he's playable now, because I don't think he was playable before. Leech life, cooldown decreased. Okay. I mean, Buzzwole was like, I just don't like the, if this Mon is good, I don't think it's good for the game. I don't like him in the game, because like, he just does too much, I feel like. Ceruledge, nerfs. This should hopefully bring it back to like a normal spot. This Mon was just fucking insanely OP, so this is good to see. Yeah. Getting rid of crit chance. Okay. I don't think this matters. Like, I don't think this does anything. Like, I understand it's 10% crit chance, but I don't think you needed to build crit on him to be good. This stuff is stuff that hurts. Like, sliders down, ratio. Like, pretty big ratio nerfs, pretty big base damage nerfs. This is the part that's gonna hurt. Slowbro. Like, I don't, cause like 4.5 to 630. Like, all of these CDR nerfs, I was looking at them, I'm like, I don't think these matter. Like, these are kind of nothing nerfs. Like, it's 0.7 seconds. Like, I don't think it actually matters as much. Like, I think the only time it matters is the really, really late game, where great chance of 125. Yeah, but I don't think that like the razor chance being that high matters. Like I think that's fake news. Like I think that people are gonna freak out about this when like the real killers are here, because this just means that he can't be played anymore. I think because like 50% attack is insanely rough, and like the sliders down 3. But like even that, just the ratio nerfs on everything, because he uses all his abilities. That's the worst part. 10, what? It's like 60. This looks to be the worst part, because he's losing like 100-ish base health. Or 500 base health at max level. That's a lot. Like this seems like this seems like a killer. I don't think this CDR stuff matters too much. Bug fixes. Bug fixes. Okay. Damage and change to attack. So it's just changing the ratio. Okay, that's good. Good Serena buffs, Shell Bell. I think the only mon this matters for is maybe Cramorant. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot more. Yeah, I mean, Slowbro passive, it hurts, but hold up, wait. Like, I don't think you were using. Where is Slowbro? Like, I don't think you were using, like, for telekinesis, I don't think you were using it on cooldown. I think amnesia, you were using it on cooldown, but I don't think I think if you're using telekinesis on cooldown, you're like losing value, because you're just kind of running at the first guy and then using it. And like, I still think with his ultimate, he's basically unkillable, because like, this is what, 6 seconds? How long is it? 3 seconds. So like this, it still covers your unite buffs still cover you. Like this still means that you're fine for like go in, amnesia, slow beam, amnesia again. Like I still think you're fine on the timers. Like I think that the bigger issue for this mon is the fact that like what you are now like encouraging is for him to become just a bot that is like, you are not going to get to play the game, which is not like this gameplay loop. The telekinesis slow beam is really good and like very like it's very good, but like it's very unenjoyable and uninteractive, and like it is insanely good, but it's gonna be miserable for anyone that is not the Slowbro, and even for the Slowbro, because what you do is you hit this, you wait like a couple of seconds, you want to wait maybe like 2-3 seconds, try to get this, so like you telekinesis slow beam, and then once slow beam comes up, you basically have telekinesis in like half a second, so they can't cleanse you, and then you just like, yeah, more bounds. I mean, the ult's naturally weaker. Tank. I don't know. I just think that like, I don't agree with the read, and like we'll see on Underdunk, because like I said, I haven't watched it yet, and I haven't watched a couple of the World Champs games. So I'm just gonna talk about the drafts. Like I haven't watched Underdunk, but I don't think you need to be insanely proactive, and I think that that's leading teams into like a bad draft. What is this? Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll get into that's the end of the patch notes review.